Oh, man. Oh, fuck, that went live quicker than I thought it would. Well, right, I know what's causing that. You fat. There we go. I got a new stand thing. Right, hang on. How the hell that on? Evening. I bought a new stand thing and it's actually all over the place. Not much to say, to be honest. If anyone wants to join in, I've got a link for you. How do I do that again? I do that, don't I? Excuse me. Aye. Show these. I'm just aye. I get that to aye. Plane taking off. Flats going on sale next week. I can't see proper. Aye. New glasses. Aye, I've not got much to say. I'm actually just messing with this, and I never realised I could add Twitter to it. So there we go. Rangers. So comments. If any of you want to come on, messages, and I'll get it on my phone and I'll send you a link to it. Just talking about Rangers. Can I get why people are start to compare the manager to Clement, Le Guin? But he'll get time. There's something that people were maybe at. Oh, excuse me. There's probably something we're maybe a bit. How do I put it? We don't realise that maybe Russell Martin was the only person that came in for the job. That's what I couldn't get it out there. Just came in for the job, and that's what worries me. Well, it doesn't worry me. It's a fact, maybe not a fact, but that could be where we are. Don't get me wrong. There was probably people's agents from the Senegal third division that tried to get the job, but you know what I mean. It was the first guy with any substance that came in, and but it's I know he's extremely well regarded. Hang on, I'll get new glasses, isn't there? He's extremely well regarded in the game. I can't see properly, man. Extremely well regarded in the game by the powers that be. Like, you've seen my Derek Parlane interview. He said him and Davy Moyes rates him. You know, but it's getting into practice. You know, and I've posted that Andy Halliday thing from. Oh God, I can't make my mind up. I've posted that Andy Halliday critique from. Sorry about this. From Open Goal, and it's like. He's not going anywhere because you can't just bin a guy after so quickly, because nobody else is going to come in and they'll think nobody really wanted the job anyway, possibly. And now you want it, and then you bin the only guy that wanted the job after a few months. That doesn't look good. It's like, see, when you go for a job interview at a kind of decent level, you ask what your staff you ask them what the staff turnover is, you know, and if it's a big turnover, you're like, there's a problem here, you know, because somebody doesn't want to take on the game. Sorry, there's a Rangers thing on TNT Sports. People don't want to come in thinking I'll be sacked in 6 weeks. You know what I mean? And the thing is, the Americans that run is they won't do it anyway. They will give him a year. They will give him 2 full summer transfer windows to get his own team. And that's something we always say. The guy's got to have time to get his own team. Now, and I know it's not been pretty and all that, but we have seen that game last week. But we played well in the European game. There's no two ways about it. Everything was forward. But it's why they can't do it a week again later, and it's so annoying. Like, we all went to the Dundee game or watched the Dundee game. Thought, right, this will be all right today. And it was just, we've been here before. Stuart Campbell, do you think Rangers will? I'm still remember. How did I do that? Aye. Do you think Rangers will get? And you say, I think we will. I think we're trying to get one. But remember, as we get closer to the start of the new season, as teams progress in Europe, prices go up. That's the issue we've got. Because let's be honest, we were all pretty surprised at how quickly we got players in. Because I remember I put a question up on the page. How many players do you think we'll get in for the start of the season? And 7 people said 7 would be a good number. We had 7 in the first sort of 10 days of the window, but whatever it is, and it's kind of gone quietish now. But again, that's why the reason is the reason excuse me, the reason is, what was it? I've lost my train of thought. The reason is because teams are back. There's new managers at clubs. They want to see their players. The Israeli, the the Tel Aviv team, his price has gone up already, and they are still trying to qualify for Europe, aren't they? I'm not sure if they're Champions League or not. I can't remember. But that, and also the ex-PSV striker, I can't mind his name. Sorry, some of you don't know, but we'll see what happens. But it's it's because we've been here before so many times. But I've always said the current board can't be held accountable for that. That wasn't their doings, you know. It's we got over 4 million from last night's game, yeah. And remember, there's the gate receipts and the pie and beans or the pie and bovril sales at Ibrox too. So yeah, but I think, excuse me, if we qualify directly, if we qualify for the actual Champions League itself, is it not something like 40 million overnight or something like that? And it's just, I'm always trying to be positive, but it's a bit, it's not the easiest at the moment to do, but it's just, it is what it is, you know. I mean, I hate that. See, people say it is what it is. I always think that's a complete cop out. But it is what it is. No, come on, give her the reason why. I think I genuinely 100% think it'll come good. I do think it'll come good. I can't. I was told not to tell this, but I'm not told not to tell this. See, when he did his thing at Largs, his ticket at Largs, I know for a fact they were extremely impressed with him. I mean, extremely impressed with his football knowledge. And as I say, when I did my interview, my chat with Derek Parlane said he was out with a pint with Davy Moyes, and they were talking about the Rangers, and Derek Parlane asked Davy Moyes, what about the Rangers? Who are they going to get? And Davy Moyes said, look, the lad Russell Martin's making a lot of noise in the scene. You know what I mean? He's a I don't know what to say, the next best thing, but David Moyes, said he's extremely well thought of within that circle, you know, that sphere of football coaches. And then a few weeks later, he's our manager. The thing is, it's like the long ball. We need to do that in some of the match. Our goal last night came from a long ball. Was it last night? Or the night before? Aye, whatever it was. Our goal came from a long ball. Because remember, it was a free kick, and I think it was about 10. It was either 10 yards inside or outside either side of the halfway line. Boom, goal. You know, it was a pretty well taken goal. It's I know that's chunk. I know, man. It's got faith in the owners to get it right. The owners, they will get it right. They've got to. They're not here to for no reason. You know, I mean, they're here. I mean, if the formation clicks, we'll get it right. I mean, well, I've got to be positive because we've had 14 years of this mince with the 55 and all that. But it's I mean, it's changed the game. Like, that's not working. You know, because it was against Dundee. It was 70 minutes before we had a shot on target. Rangers should have a shot on target within the first 5 minutes, I would say, right? In Scotland, I don't know if that's over exaggerating. I'm sure there's a statistic somewhere about that, but I know it's mentality, right, Michael? Aye, right, here we go. Stick this gentleman's. You can pump as much money into the squad as you like. Mentality shots feel lack of adoption of Scottish really worse. Every team in that league has changed over there and found a way to beat Rangers. I know, mate. I know. Well, the thing is, we've all got every right to have an opinion on a player right now, but you can't. It's no fair after 5 or 6 games. It's not right. Because me and my mate were talking about Rothwell and how he always seems to be subbed in the 70th minute. I think it's kind of like the super sub, but the other way around. He plays 70 minutes and goes for it, and by the 70 minutes he's off and we change. I may well be wrong. I'm wrong, but most things it seems, especially the abuse she's given me in my DMs. But somebody threatened my kids today, by the way, which was quite good, quite interesting. Anyway, I laugh it off. But the thing is, Ali, the chap from YouTube here. I don't think. Oh, you need to buy real. It's easier sitting here saying that, but it's not. Is it that easy to do? You know, it's because we've got the Rangers tax on things now as well. You've got to remember that. And the way the Americans work, they will not put up with us getting bent over a barrel. You know, I mean, I think I would put him on it, but we probably lost Connor Cody for that. We were supposed to get him for free. Leicester stuck 2 million on him. We said no, and that's the way they do business. You know what I mean? But it's yeah. It's got to get better. And the thing is, like people said last night at the Alloa game, you're like, I mean, there's a bit more pressure on Rangers and us as his fans now. You're like, God, is that going to be a Queen's Park again? Excuse me. Get Luke de Jong up front. Yeah, I know. It wasn't a very good match. I know people say we're through. The thing is, see if we went through playing poorly like that, but the other games around us we'd been playing good football, it wouldn't be so bad because you do get, you know, you can't play well every game, but we've had one good game out of how many top games have we played now? 5, 6 or something, and there's been one good performance. And let's be honest, Panathinaikos, we were lucky. You know, if we like Bruges, we play Bruges next, is it Tuesday night, Wednesday night? They could tear us apart. Let's be honest. There's no two ways about it. Yeah, I saw Alan. I did see Andy Holloway. I posted it on the page. Aye, I know. De Jong plays for Porto. There we go. See, I'll tell you something talking about Andy Halliday, because somebody rightly said in the replies, he said, if Andy Halliday sees that, why doesn't the manager, as in Russell Martin, see that? And you question that. I'll tell you something, right? This, about 8 years ago or something like the Rangers, it was at the 9 in a row, Rangers legends were in Hong Kong for the Sevens. So I flew over, went to it, I flew from Thailand to it, and it's the best 5 days of my life. Trust me, it was brilliant because you were the players all the time, Moles, Jury, Durante, Bomber, the goalie. I ran about the goalie all day. It was just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Right. There was a Champions League final, and I think it was the one Messi scored a header with his boot in his hand, I think. And obviously Hong Kong time, that was like 5 in the morning, so I didn't watch it live because I was in my pea stained bed. But the next day we were in a bar called Mes Amis, that was a kind of local, so they had it on live, and it was, I say it was 3 in the afternoon, right? So they put it on as if it's live, you know. And then I remember Bono was there. I'm pretty sure it was Carlton Palmer, Leicester player. It was all that, all big names. Not Ron Atkin was sitting there, Jury, Durante, and all that, right? And the game started. Not everyone was had to be. I was pretty well oiled. There was a foul or a moment in the game right at the start, and I was the first person to say anything. And I remember just as it was coming out my mouth, I was like, "You need to shut up, man." You know what I mean? I remember Bono was sitting next to me giggling like, and even though I'm a bit of a gobshite, as if you know me, you'll know. And even though I was well oiled, I never spoke the rest of the game. I was listening to them talking about the game amongst each other, and I tell you what, I got a lesson and a half. And I remember thinking, I said to, I can't remember who it was I said to. It was a player, it wasn't a Rangers player, but it was somebody that does punditry. And I said, why don't, see the way you are talking now, why don't you say that when you're on Sky? And he said, it's overcomplicating it. They were saying stuff like, such and such a player won't touch the ball for the next 7 minutes. He's taking a breather. And he did. And then they said, such and such will get substituted in the 73rd minute. And it happened. It was absolutely mind blowing what we watched. And I remember sitting. Grant was there, was one of my neighbours. Like, what the? We have not got a clue. But it was quite eye opening. But the thing is, Russell, as I say, Russell Martin's highly regarded. Why doesn't he see what Andy Halliday sees? But it's a difficult time, innit? It's awkward. Because it's so deja vu, you know. But I'm just reading some of your comments here. If any of you want to come on, I can PM you a link, and you can come in and blather with us. I don't know. See, it's a while since I've done this. For Champions League song, regardless of what players and heritage should be able to. That's it, Rab. Right, here we go. This what Robert said. It's Rangers. I mean, our B team should be able to score against Dundee. The results are more when the performances are not there. I mean, there's implement a new system, then there's implement a new system. As just said, we can implement a new system and still win bloody games. Right, hang on. I'm still trying to Hide, right. I'm still finding my feet here. See that, Neil, see when you say that, this gives me the shivers. 101 shots against 6 is my biggest worry. That's horrific, man, innit? That's not right in any man's book. You know what I mean? It's, oh, for goodness sake, man. It's just, aye. It's there's people in swimming, man. I tell you what, see the people going swimming here. I've got nothing but respect for them. Let's say that the quorum's been in this flat. I'll be out here in about 3 months, and that's me retired. Thank goodness. I'm looking forward to this PSG Tottenham game tonight. You know, I've got no real love for either of the teams. I can't stand either of them, to be honest with you. But we need leaders in the park. That's what I was going to say. We need we need another player in, an experienced player, like over 28 years old. We're too young, I feel. I know people say they've got no sell-on fee and all that, aye, but he can win his trophies, you know, which brings in money. We need a left-back, centre-half and a striker. Yeah. I agree with you, John. I think we've got the chap, though. What was his name? He's from Senegal. Anyway, I know he's hardly played any games, but the fact there was a bidding war for him or other teams wanted him for these £2 million, that suggests to me people know what it is and he's going to make his money. That's the thing. But so hang on a second. And yeah. That's the give me a second. I'm here. Where's me Tam when I need him? Excuse me. We need a left back. Spot on. We need an experienced leader. It's not even so much experience. It doesn't need to be captain material, just the old head. Because you'll get old heads that hardly speak. Look at Messi. He does much talking, but something tells me we're not going to be signing a Messi. But how to play that with drag something youngsters? Yeah, Jamie, you're perfectly right. You're perfectly right, Jamie. You know, it's we did a Fergie. You know, and Ian Ferguson, there was players, Stuart McCall's, you know, I mean, just players, just right, come on, son, get on with it, you know. It's uncomfortable. I say, always try and be positive on the page. Sometimes it's not that easy, you know. It's I would say, oh God, I know I don't want to read that, but you're right. But then I can't. I've got no real answer for that, other than there's a big possibility for that. But okay, I've found some. He had this fallout with Tav and Raskin over the WhatsApp group thing. They went around that he somehow got a hold of, but he's obviously made up with them. And we saw the reaction from Raskin. As like we all say, he was probably arguably he was our best player last year. And he's come on anytime he's come on, he's been great. He should start. He probably won't start on at the weekend because it's Alloa. We might get some of the younger players get their chance as we do with cup games. But a vocal centre half, I think being vocal and a centre half should come hand in hand, really. You know. Yeah, best news I've heard today is there's interest in Matondo sub-club in Turkey. Yeah, I know. And I think Jeffrey's getting looked at from somebody or other in Brazil. You know, it is boring. I mean, I get pelters last year. I remember I said once in the page, I want to see Rangers play interesting football, and I get absolute dogs abuse. Saying, no, it's just about winning games. But see if a team that we've got now are playing well, we win games, we score goals. Because being attractive and being enjoyable to watch means we're going from back to front to in the goal. Our goal scoring opportunities. That's the way I see it. I know, Stevie, I know about Andy Hardy one. It is, like, I've just chatted about that if you might have missed it. But Vardy, I've no idea what's happening with Vardy. First of all, sure, play a different system is basically just playing football. I've done with you. Wayne, that's the same with me. Right, Wayne, I'm a chief mechanic offshore, and engines and engines, hydraulics are hydraulics. They just go a bit different. They've got a different name on them. And the thing is, like, I jump around the world in my job, right? I know I get abused for this. When I land somewhere, like on Friday, I go to a rigging for Friday, fly onto it, and I'm expected to be able to do my job. If I fly at my next job, well, let's say I've only got 3 months of work left and I'm retired. I might do the odd job here and there out in Asia, but only if they pay me stupid money. But the thing is, you're supposed, and right, that's it. And I've said this in a video. They've been playing football since they could walk, and all they've been told since they've been able to play football is you're special, and they are. They are. And they've been playing football. They've been given the best coaching, the best pitches, all that for years, years, years. You know, and they should be able to say, like, like the gaffer says, they need to learn my system. It's like, I mean, this is, again, this goes back to why I'm a mechanic, not a football manager. You say to this player X, see when the ball goes there, you run there. You know, but they shouldn't need to be told that now. I say this all the time on the page. After Rangers people, the person I listen to is Alec Ferguson. He said, I remember seeing him on something. He said, if I need to tell a player at Man United how to play football, it shouldn't be at Man United. That's the same at Rangers. It's the same at any professional football team, really. You know, in the elite leagues. Not that Scotland's the elite league, but you know what I mean. If you're playing for Rangers, you should know how to be able to kick a ball. Ibrox's talks is just now. It was about 12 minutes when they started to turn on Saturday because I looked down to the right of the clock. Can't believe anything comes out of Turkey. Oh, well, Palmeiras. There we go, Chief. Thank you, Alan from. Well, I think I typed in some 18, 19, 17 days of the transfer window. It will slow down now, and we all know what the last 40 hours. Well, John, I've not heard anything. Oh, Mendy's coming. He's done. He's had his medical. That's done. I think it'll be tomorrow. You might get the video pop up and all that. So I'm quite confident with that one. Yeah, no. So there is two guys I can phone that if they say yes, it's 80% true. One of them won't answer. The other one said yes. But like Chris Jack and all the big blogs are saying it's done. So aye, you can take that. Take that to the bank, John, lad. Aye. Like I say, if any of you want to come on and chat, man, please come. It'll be interesting. But hang on, see once I move, man. Thailand's either 6 or 7 hours ahead of the UK because they don't do the clock change thing. So I'll be having to get up at fucking, especially European games. I'm going to be up at 2 in the morning and have to do all this in the morning. My wife and kids are brilliant with it because we just moved house. Well, moved house, 5-6 months ago, and there's a wee office, there's a wee side room. I want to put air conditioning in. There's no air conditioning in it. And it's also the room where my wife's got a little Buddhist shrine and all that, but she's getting it ready already. But they know that they're brilliant with as a wife and kids. I'll do stuff on the beach and all that as well. But Jamie, I know putting it into his age at risk, but well, they've done our due diligence of him. Go and kick a football and you go, son, because as I've said, these guys have been playing football since they were a kid. I know Harry. What positive you think we have for the team in future? It's just me. I've got to be. It's down to the fact we've had 14 years of hell, and we've got to be positive, Jamie fella. You know what I mean? I trust the upstairs, the owners. These are the best of the best in sporting. Sorry. Hang on a second. These are the best of the best at what they do. So and they use AI, I believe. So we'll see what happens there. It's you've got to be positive, matey. It's as simple as that. Excuse me, Harry. Sorry, hi, Harry. Aye. My ex-wife was an NHL fan, so she was at the 3 time. That's going to be you, I know. Aye, but like I say, my wife, I've got the best. Fuck, everyone says that. The best family in the world. They don't really like football and all that. I was lucky. I was over with the wife and kid, and I got to carry my wee girl, my youngest, down the tunnel onto the pitch. Not onto the pitch. It was a stadium tour, so that was one of the biggest moments of my life. And we got to a game, and my wife and kid hated it, but I got the wife and the kid to a Rangers game, so that's that. It was a what do you call it? What do you call them things? Moment, bucket list moment. Wait, the thing is, Wayne, I cannot be trusted with that. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll leave that at that, especially the temptations that are around me. Like, I don't know if you know, Tad, I'm if this was my front room in the house in Rayong City, I can be in party in 50 minutes, Bangkok and central Bangkok in 2 hours probably. But and the thing is, this is my live. This is because I'm getting money. I'll get a good profit off the flat. I'm moving abroad. I've been in Thailand 20 years. This is my income now. I'm monetized now. I'm almost monetized on YouTube, so it doesn't take a lot of money for me to be able to live in Thailand. Like my rent, water, electricity, all in. Even if we've got free air conditioners running 24/7 at 18 degrees. If you don't know a lot about air conditioners, they draw a lot of electricity. My outgoings completely in a big month for a big 3-bed house is 450 quid. You know what I mean? And we can eat cheap as chips. You know what I mean? So that, and I'm also like you sometimes. So the thing is, I've got Mickey. You'll hear me talk about PR. Mickey, he's helping me. Stealth Gary helps me behind the scenes. If I say something wrong or that's stupid on the page, they're not shy about telling me to get this to F. Also, here we go. I'll probably have to change the name of the page just in case, because it is range just in case there's any kind of legal stuff. It won't be. I know what I'm going to change it to, but that's a wee bit away. I won't say yet. It'll still be Rangers something. So there you go. Ali, what I'll do on my YouTube page, I'll be doing stuff non-Rangers. I'll never upload it onto the Rangers news page, but I would post the YouTube link to it, if you know what I mean. I'm only a few. I think it's 3,000 hours, watch hours on your channel to be monetized. I think I'm at 2,100 and something. And 2 months ago, I was like 4 hours. So hopefully Rangers. We need to be patient. It is, and it's hard. It's hard to be patient, and I know that, because I'm losing sleep over Rangers. And let's be honest, thankfully now in this world, mental health's a big thing. There's no shame in it. There's no shame about admitting your problems. Like for a couple of months there, just till a couple of weeks ago, I wasn't in a bad place, but I couldn't get work, believe it or not, and I was kind of struggling a bit. One or two people helped me, and I won't mention them. They don't need to be. But mental health's a big thing. And let's be honest, what Rangers have done to us the last 14 years, the disappointments, it's not been easy. You know what I mean? And if you've got problems at home, problems at work, Rangers, because let's be honest, we probably think about Rangers more than you do your wife and kid, if you're honest. Maybe, I mean, it depends where you are with family. Rangers are never far from your thought. Rangers, wife and kids, Rangers, throw the ex-wife over the balcony, stuff like that. Not that I've, sorry, I didn't mean to put that one up. It is a big deal, man. The thing is, I just hope, right, and I'm not just saying this. Kev's got it right there. Well done, Kev, chap. You've got to be positive for yourself. Like, I'm not going to sit here pretending to be a mental health thingy-majigger, but I've got to be positive, you know what I mean? Because if you're not positive, it's not easy. And I know it's right. Cheers, H. Cheers, Jamie. Enjoy your work. But yeah, thanks for everyone. I've got 110 people watching. That's all right. This was a total spur of the moment. So there we go. I'd usually find something to say, but it's let's be honest. The manager does deserve 2 summer transfer windows, and he'll get that, because this again. I'm repeating myself. These owners are not going to sack him unless we go on a run of no wins. But this is not how they work. You speak to Leeds fans; they'll tell you exactly how he operates, how they operate. They're extremely professional. Will they have a backup plan? Well, you'd be stupid not to. You know what I mean? But you can't sack someone quickly, because then I'm not going to the Ibrox, man. They just bin you after 5 minutes. He's only lost once. I know and the 2 draws to start the season isn't good. Dick Advocaat started like that, won the league. Soon as started like that a couple of times. Soon as started like that, his first season, he get sent off. That was mental. But there is hope there. Oh, there we go. There's this gentleman, Ali, just saying it too. So you get going with some. Same with Big Ange. I always hate talking about them, but it's true. Listen, nobody gave the Celtic fans pelters more than me when they signed Ange. Because do you remember? Come on to the BBC and all that, Sky Sports, Ange taking his first training session. And I remember Celtic fans were saying, look, he knows all their names, because he was shouting all their names during their training session, his second training session or something like that. And I gave him the dog's abuse on Twitter, and then I wasn't so funny 9 months later. I know we're a bit. The striker we need needs to be good in the air because Dessers on the deck's great. Dessers isn't a good header of the ball, and he will get service from the wingers. That's a great thing. We've bought those wingers, but because all four of them are both feet, but yeah, it's the battery's going, but I've got a bit. Yeah, I'm just changing something a wee minute. I'm still here, right? But right, this is Big Ange didn't start well, but the underlying attack stats were still very good. Ours are not. Facts. Tell you what, don't punch me when I say this. I'd have taken Ange at Idols, but it would never come. You know what I mean? Because his life would be in danger because of things. But anyway, we'll go down that road. It's not nice chat. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But aye. So can we turn this around? I mean, I'm just hoping it's one of those, and then one game it all clicks, then the next game, then the next game, then the next game, then the next game. I mean, I like Big D. He's strong in the tackle, but I know what you see him, but he'd the ball. I know he's strong in the tackle, that big lump, and he reads the game well. Because I had a Dundee game at the weekend. I was the Govan rear, Sandy Jardine rear, should I say? And at times I was watching people off the ball, and he was giving it the left, right, left, right. Same with Rothwell. Rothwell's as vocal as anything on the pitch. Right up. Here comes Paul. Oh wait, sorry. I think we did it 100%. We expected better, 100%. Right, hang on. If he changes style, it'll change. Yeah, I mean, do you know what I want? Like, I feel awkward saying this one. I know no, nobody from the big blogs that's going to watch me. I get that, and nor should they. I wish somebody would ask him that question. I wish somebody would ask him about changing it. Gaffer, Mr. Martin, whatever you want to address him, can you change it because the fans are seeing? Oh, I'm getting angry again. We didn't have a shot on target till 70 minutes at Ibrox against a team that's probably going to get relegated with a manager that the Dundee fans did not want. And it was easy for them. All they did, because we were messing about at the back, they went, okay, I pass away. We'll just back up and line up ready for you to try to make an effort. The thing is, if they'd played 15, 20 more yards further up the pitch, the thing is, I'm the same as you. I know, Wayne, we'll see, mate. We'll see, Wayne. I'm the same as you. Have a go. If you make a mistake, so fucking what, man? Who cares? Go and get the ball back and try again. Try again. Ibrox appreciates it when you make an effort. We all know. We all know. Well, we think we know football, but when you sit down there, good pass into the middle, either a goal or a great tackle, good save, or one of the passes gets intercepted by the other team and they start attack. So you go and tackle them and get it back. It's that simple, right? Somebody in Twitter gave me abuse. You sound 71, not 51, probably. The thing is, Paul, right? Paul's a great face, so and so. No, I'm only joking. Paul's been on the page since it started. Good guy. I was supposed to meet him on Saturday, but I totally forgot. But the one thing, and I've said this before today. I've said it today. The one saving grace I feel is, see the new players that have come in, none of them have really let us down. I would say, I'm choosing my words carefully there. They've been okay. They could be better, but they've not been a total disaster, have they? I'm trying to think in my head. Young Aarons is struggling a little bit. Sorry, Young Aarons is struggling a bit. We'll see. I don't like saying the jury's out. The jury isn't out in any player. We've got to give them time before we can judge that. I've said mid-October. Some have said Christmas. My battery's going to go. But hang on a second. I'll do that way. Oh, this is uncomfortable. You see at my window, don't you, Royal Troon? That's Royal Troon over there. And you fat bastard. We have got good football players. There's absolutely no doubt about that. That paint is my last. PR Mickey got that done for me. That's my last photo ever with my mum, but he got it done in that. It's not for everyone. I like it. That's how do I do that? That's the family there. My mum, my wee brother, my dad. Anyway, sorry. We've got good players. Pass it. That's right. Andrew always like Andrew's comments. I was told never to single anyone out for good or bad comments by PR Mickey, so he'll probably WhatsApp me in about 10 minutes calling me a clown. Anyway, that's why fans like Dessers. We know he's not the greatest, but he tries and he's got a great attitude. And all the 45 years of supporting this club are going to Ibrox. I've never seen somebody like that. He's brilliant. I hope his injury isn't bad. I'm not going to pretend to know what it is. Does anyone know? Has it anything come through yet? It's the rest of the team. Aye. We'll get a pint soon, Paul. I definitely mean they're on me. Jury, Wayne, there we go, man. Oh, man. Wish we'd had Jury in the squad. That was another good, honest, hard-working, hard-as-nails player. Going back to the Hong Kong story, he played in that, and I tell you something, man, those players still hard as nails. I remember Big Marvin Andrews did a 50-50 in Hong Kong, and it was like, holy cow, man. But they never lose it. To be Charlie Miller, a great, great guy. And we get the fullbacks overlapping and beyond. We do, I know. So where am I? Where am Ali Quinn? How many times last did we have a chance to go forward? I know, mate. It's like it's hard to. I've got no reply for that other than this backward stuff's piss, man. I mean, and is it because they're too scared to make the forward pass in case they lose it and they get abuse off the manager or us? As the manager says, be brave. Because I'll tell you, no one here, I'd imagine, if they make a forward pass that goes, I miss, that happens, man. Fam, no hearts, I know. It's the thing about your Hearts and Hibs and all that, it's your squad size compared to us. That's what we always win on, because when the December comes, suspensions and all that, but still, it's listen, we all love this football club, man, and it's we're still hurting. It's going to take ages for it. Everyone knows that Russell Martin wasn't the first choice. I didn't even consider him. I hardly talked about him because I thought there's no way this chap's getting the job, and he did. And ultimately, I don't think there was anyone else even close to getting it because nobody else wanted it. I know some of you won't like me saying that, but I think that's it. We're still toxic, and we're not doing ourselves any favours at all, man. But I know it's just. I mean, how can they? What changes in the mindset? Because when we played when we played well the other week in Europe, it was again. I'm just a mechanic. The gaffer should have said Saturday, do it again. Saturday, do that again. Try to do it again. I know. Dundee are different at the locked back door, but try something, man. It's just it's frustrating. It's forced us to which doesn't suit them, and it's suited. I know, I can't. It's hard to argue against that, Craig, lad. It's we'll get there, man. Trust me, we'll definitely get there. But I think I've just asked: is there any news in Dessers? Does anyone? Can anyone? I'm going to try something here. Don't have any brands. Okay. Oh God. I do not know what I'm doing. Comments. All right. Okay. Sorry. I'm just. Right. Let's be honest. Right. See what Craig said here. I know Russell Martin's stubborn and will never change. Well, maybe the boardroom need to take him upstairs and tell him to change it. But I've said before, I'm sure when he did his presentations, I've told there was 4 official, 1 not official. One of the questions are along that lines would have been like, you've got a reputation for not being able to change things. Are you able to change things? Yes, show us how you do it, and he'll have his display. One of his presentations is doing the rounds. I've got it, and it is very, very impressive. It's on YouTube. Somewhere, type in Russell Martin presentation, you'll find it. It's gobsmacking. But I know you're sitting here trying to think of positives. We've got to be positive just for your head. But yeah. So Alloa. See, I wish it was a league game on Saturday and not Alloa. I want another league game to show us that they can do something. A league game at Ibrox. But yeah, it's difficult, man. Somebody waving at me from the prom and watching this. Somebody watching this from the prom. It's a bit weird that. Well, it's not weird, sorry, if you're watching. Trust in Frankie should get that embroidered on a shirt. No, don't trust Frankie. It's more better. That's what I would say. But so I go to Aberdeen tomorrow, so I'll be online. I might be on one of the blogs tomorrow. I won't say yet, just in case it doesn't happen. But I'll be in. I'll be in a hotel at the airport at Aberdeen at Dice. I know, yeah. Oh, absolutely. But at the same time, Alan was Alan. The wage bill will have increased significantly. We can afford it. Martin, can we underlose? These guys will want to see us on an investment. I know, but the thing is, they'll be patient. I think they'll be a lot more patient than us. You know, you've got to remember these are billionaires at the top of the game that and are running businesses and with a brain in them that we can't fathom. But at the same time, yeah, it's a difficult time again. Let's see. So would you? I'm going to post that in a bit. Would you rather it was a league game this Saturday than a? Ali's on TNT Sports. By the way, if you get TNT Sports, put it on. He's talking. I think he's in Italy, isn't he? I think he posted it today, actually, didn't he, on his Instagram? Oh, he'll be in Italy for TNT for the Spurs PSG game. I see. I'm quite thick, as you can see. Thomas. What? Oh, yeah. Well, let's see. Matt, this flat got like quorum. What's it? What a quorum? The house selling people are have been in they're in next week to do the report, the house report, and all that. And these flats, I mean, I inherited this, by the way. It's me and my brother, so but it needs work done in it. But it'll be off the market instantly. Anyone that lives in Troon or around this area knows what these flats are, and I've got the review I've got, as you'll see, is brilliant. See, that's there and that's out there, and aye. So yeah, and then I've never sold a house in the UK, so I'm not 100% how it all works. But the estate agent chap came in. He sold 4 or 5 flats in the building before, and he says this is a flat everyone wants. I know I'm not trying to show off or anything like that. And he says my view puts 60 grand on the price. I can see Trump's. I tell that. Well, I can't because of the Harl and Roger. But what I'm saying is, I'll be out of the country in 3 months, and I'm not going to say I'm not coming back. But I won't have property or digs here. That's me moving to Thailand full time, and I'm semi-retired. The only time I work offshore is if it's an easy enough job in Asia. You know what I mean? Because I've got enough money from the inheritance and money. I'm getting a pound or two off social media, and not a lot, by the way. Just, but I've made no bones about how I'm earning. But there you go. Yes. Alison's. You are always got good questions. What do you think the board take of seeing the results? I think Ali, simple as that. They know. Listen, they're fully invested. So what is to win? Excuse me, Ali. They want us to win, but they're through. They will. When it comes to Europe, we are through. That's all they're caring about. They'll also know we're a work in progress, new manager, new owners, and all that. So I actually think somebody's going to take a punch at me. They'll be semi-happy, but they'll want us to win. Aye, no, Thomas, people do. There's people come back. If anyone ever sees me in the balcony, shout up and come up for a cuppa. Like, I don't always have milk, like, but aye. Aye, the thing is, I'm never out on that balcony. Well, I never sit out there because it's the same where I live in Thailand. The beaches, if you've watched my videos, the beaches are more like we used to say, like bounty bar adverts. And the beaches the beaches have got sand on them, and it annoys me. But don't get me wrong, I know. But deep down there, oh wow! All right, Fraser, you mad man. Fraser, come on with me. Fraser, come on. Derek, Derek, another. See the posts I've been getting, replies I've been getting since the page. I kind of changed the dynamic of the page the last 6 months. It's been brilliant. People like Derek here. Deep down, everyone knows this will take time, but for the love of Rangers take over. See, I'm trying to separate that now. I'm trying not to think about that too much now, matey. But it's no easy, man. It's no easy. You know what I mean? It's not easy. Sale in August. No, Alan, trust me. It wouldn't matter if this flat went off for sale in Christmas Day, it'll go instantly because the town centre, I'm in the town centre, the station's 7 minutes walk. Royal Troon first tea's a mile away. It doesn't matter when these go on sale, champ. They go quickly. Oh, right, Craig, give me a second, people. It's a big one. Yeah, the fans get on top too easy. We do. We did it Saturday, Dundee, and see when they booed Dowell. By the way, that was horrific. I nearly tore my jeans, man, because I was so embarrassed for the guy. You know, all right, Mickey, Fraser, you crap bag. I'm only joking, mate. No, the thing is, Derek, mate, I joined the Royal Navy at 16, 17. 7 years then. I did a couple of years. I watched at Hunters and Iron Ore Temple when it came out. Moved to Holland in 1999. 4 years there, then moved to Thailand. I've missed a lot of Rangers. It's just, I'm used to it, if you know what I mean. But with the power of technology, the only thing is, whereas Derek is European games, I'll need to get up at 3 in the morning to watch games, and I'll be screaming and shouting because where my two other daughters have moved out. The youngest, Kate Donut, she's in the room next door to where my office is, so she'll be getting woken up. But she's cool, man. She's cool. They know all I do is give her 500 baht, which is about 12 quid, and that will soon shut her up. You know. Aye, ex Pongo, brilliant, mate. Here's my claim to fame, Derek, as a Matlow. I was the second Matlow ever to go to Colchester. The Royal Navy used to have their own jail in Nelson Dockyard, and then we moved to Colchester. I was in over Christmas and New Year as well, which, anyway. Booing is not going to help anyway. Ali Quinn over in face, what's the other one? YouTube. I know. But the thing is, it's been like Ibrox, like that. Ibrox is 9 in a row, and it's not going to change. It's just got worse. We're entitled as, and we don't deserve to be right now. The Glasshouse. It was. Do you know something, Derek? I'm not going to lie. I actually enjoyed it because it was my fault. Because the Royal Navy, we're away from the army area. If we're on our own in cities and that, and I found it quite semi-interesting. The only thing is you don't get paid when you're inside, and that's it. Thing is, I think I get out on the 4th of January, and it was a Saturday, straight to the Ministry of Sound, down to Pompey, shit, shower, shave, up to London that night. It was in the Ministry of Sound, giving it big licks that night. Anyway, you know what I mean? But aye. Fucking hell, man. Rangers, man, they don't have stress you out. But the booing, it's wrong because when Dowell come on, can you imagine that does? And let's assume his mum and dad are in the main stand and they hear their son getting booed just for coming on a pitch. Man, it's and it's nothing I say, nothing you gentlemen say, lassies say. It's not going to change. All right, Chris. It does Mick is bang on the money here. It does. It's like, I tell you what though, because you remember when we won 55, I was in here. I was in here, and I was like that. Effort. Straight in the car up to the Ibrox and see the 77 all the way to Ibrox. It was brilliant. And you know what it was like outside at Ibrox, man? That was a brilliant moment. Can you imagine when we win 56, what it's going to be like? And I hope we win the deciding game so it's mathematically sound. We've won the league as when we're at Ibrox, because even if I can't get a ticket, I'm back for that, man. Aye. It's frustration. It's there's no excuse for it, but and it's not going to change. But the thing is, project players. What player isn't a project? And the thing is, I mean, John, you're right. Where's John here from YouTube? John, no, I've said, I don't know how long you've been watching. I said about 20 minutes ago, I want players coming in now, 28 years or older, just the old heat. You know what I mean? But I'm firmly from the school of, if you're good enough, you're old enough. You know what I mean? I don't care what age you are. If you can kick a football, you're all right with me. You know? Aye. Maybe Derek. It's hard to say. I'll always go back to the fact that I've said these guys have been playing football since they were 4 years old and been getting the best coaching, the best positivity. They've been told they're the best things in sliced bread, and rightly so. So, in theory, it should work, but I don't know, Derek. It's just difficult at the moment, mate. It's just difficult. It's right. What's that twat Fraser saying? Let me see. There's Fraz. I just thought that the team does gel, and there's another 3 signs. Can't think so, Fraser. I. I think so, mate. It's that's the thing for me. They don't handle pressure, especially Brendan. I like Brendan Rodgers. I think he's a decent guy. He's a nice chap. Same. Even Lennon. I'll not go down that road. I'll just get abused. Lennon's who he is. I think Lennon's one of the best pundits we've got. But I know Celtic get their boo boys too. Problem. Like, the thing is, for years I've never watched any Scottish games aside if they played Rangers. But now I'm running the page where I need to start to watch more Scottish games. Like I watched the Aberdeen Celtic game at the weekend for gritted teeth, and it's just you knew they were going to win. You know, it was uh, I know, Craig. It's 151. I know how you feel, mate. It's we're in a funny stage. I want to say we'll be sitting here 9 months, but I want to say we can do this in 3 months' times and say, well, maybe we should have been a bit more patient. You know, like my patience. I'm still cool with it. I'm not in the my glass is still very, very half full. You know what I mean? I think we'll be all right with this chat. We will, and it's that's what I was going to say. The main thing is, and I know this doesn't help us on the pitch right now. We've got good governorship. We've got people with money. We don't need to worry about keeping the lights on. Like I can't remember when it was. It was about 6, 7 years ago. I got a phone call. It says we are effed. Rangers were a couple of weeks away from being in real trouble, and then there was stuff happened, and it didn't happen. I'll leave it at that. I don't like saying stuff like this, but I would get into trouble if I said it was a break confidence. You know, because if you've been on the page from the start, you know that's why I started the page. Was more to do with the off the field stuff than the on the field. But aye, absolutely, John. It's Fraz is always pretty sensible. The thing is, there's two Frasers, Brannies. There's two you with similar names, and there's you. Then the other one's dead cheeky. But I know, but he's got to get a year. He's got to get a year. There's no way they're getting rid of him. You know what I mean? Yeah, you grew up watching Loudrip and all that. We were spoiled, man. Loudrip and Super Allah, there's 200 million quid already. You know what I mean? In this day and age, I think I should do a week's. Okay, mate. No, I can't. I've got to keep my numbers up. I think I had about. Do you know what I'm at? I'm at 40 million views since January, man, and it's freaky. Yesterday was nearly 500,000. Anyway, that's thanks to you lot, by the way. And I'm just reading a comment. You know, I kind of do two things at once. Alison's always bang on, man. That's the thing. Like Alison's saying, the press exaggerates. Sorry, I'll put it up. Ali's great, man. Alison, I know the press exaggerate things, etc., especially the Daily Record. I hate that paper. I genuinely worry every time they play badly and Russell Martin shouts at them. I know what you mean, Ali, but they're big boys. It depends what you call shouting at. I mean, I don't know. I know what you mean. Aye. See, that's the thing. They're not that good. I know. They're not that good. But I think there'll be what he does in the media, then there'll be what happens behind it. Behind the scenes, there's two different things. But aye, there's nutters in the sea, man. Excuse me, Alison, one of my favourites on here. I shouldn't single out people for that, but when Alison talks, we all listen. But excuse me, but aye. So you're not watching this Spurs PSG game? This should be pretty interesting, right? Ali on the telly. He's a wave, Ali. He's brilliant, isn't he, man? What a guy. We always excuse me. We always knew he was going to end up in the media. That's good. Cheers, John. Hendo, all right, Jimbo, your car salesman, had a car to an avid salesman, and he said, listen, right, see, I know I say it all the time, and I actually get abused for saying it. Somebody says the only reason I come on here is to tell people I work offshore. When you work offshore, it's a very, you've all seen Discovery, and you've got the boot room, where the changing room, tea shack, mess. and when you're out and about, everyone talks. So you've always seen all different fans from different teams. And the thing is, Celtic fans away from online are different. See all the Celtic fans I've talked to about this. All right, they're getting us pelters now, but they know this is different now with Rangers. And they also say that I'm sorry, Derek said Derek said Celtic are winging. Celtic fans know they're winging it. That's basically what a lot of the Celtic fans offshore said. But one guy said to me, "That's all we need to do is wing it to beat you, to win the league." And he's right. At this moment in time, that hasn't changed from last year, you know. But they were worried that they've not spent money. I've not paid a lot of attention to Celtic. There's a rave going on out in the beach, right? Somebody else. Can you hear that? But I tell you what, see how ages a few nights ago, I got up, it was Saturday night, I got up at 4 in the morning out for the loo, and there was like two cars outside that. It was kind of obvious there was maybe something dodgy on. I just started whispering out the window, "Mushrooms!" And you could see them fucking, they didn't know that was doing. Like, anyway, don't know why I told you that. Anyway, small margins, they want us to believe we're miles ahead of them. I've never, John, no updates, and Dessers have asked. Normally, somebody, right, I've missed a few. Andrew, that PSG game's on TNT. I can't. You know how to watch it, I'm sure. Right, like Derek's got a good point again. Some need to shout that. Some need to cuddle, and the gaffer will do that. Aye. Sorry, it's getting quite busy in the comments. Just give me a wee second, please, ladies and gentlemen. I need a perm. I need a haircut, don't I? Fucking beautiful. Anyway. Well, games will seem to come. Our Champions League. I know it's fucking hell, man. I know. Was it 30 million Celtic played last season, Alan? I had no idea. I had no idea about that. We've spent about 20 now, haven't we? But without breaking sweat. But I don't know, just give us something, in the league. Like I say, Celtic fan. Because I would rather this weekend was a league game. A league game. Go out there and hump somebody and let's show us you can do it. A league game at Ibrox, but I'm just dreading that. I don't like saying it, but I keep saying it. We will come good. Trust me. We will come good. Listen, that's me on an hour. I just come on here. I was actually only come on here to see if I could link up with Twitter. I didn't intend to come on. I just waffling crap. Thank you for everyone that's listening to me. I might be on one of the podcasts tomorrow night. I don't know yet. I'll message the fella later because I'll be in Aberdeen. But the hotel I'm staying at, I think I'm staying in a Leonardo. It's always got somebody pointing that they're watching me online. But yeah, what am I trying to say? Aye. So thank you very much for listening in, and I'm going to end here, right? Because I want to watch this and get my dinner. All right. Thank you. We will get better. Trust me.